my channel, welcome if you are new. Today we are going to be doing a TBR of sorts. I don't know why I do these things because I always go off TBR recently. I just add things to take away things. Move things to the next month, then it means that the next month I've got a lot of books. But anyway, I'm going to do an MBR, maybe. Some are obligation reads, so they definitely will get read. The rest are kind of like, I would like to read these. Will I have time? Or will something else pop into my brain that I want to read, and then I'll just drop everything to read it. Potential is there. So what we're going to start with first off is my 12 books, 12 prompts friend pick. So we have 7 left. One of these is To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, and as much as I do want to get to that book, I've just agreed to be a panellist for BBNYA. I'll put the details for that below, and I've also agreed to review some Scribd 9 books. So, I don't know. But I've got a number generator on my phone. The dice have gone out the window because you can't get 7-sided dice, so I'm just gonna look. 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should we see what 6 is? Should we see what 6 is? Oh, Meg. So Meg's prompt was to pick a book that my friends have given a low rating to, that one of my friends has given a low rating to. I need to have a think about that. It's going to be easy for those that do a video. I could just look back through wrap-ups and see which books my friends who do videos have given low ratings to. But for the ones that don't, I might have to ask and then see if I can fit anything of those within my TBR. But the book that Meg's picked was the Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels. Secret Wisteria, something Wisteria's Lady Scoundrels book. I don't know. Let me just have a look. I have got it on my Goodreads under a Spiffbo. I've got a Spiffbo on the brain. I have got it on my Goodreads under my 12 books, 12 prompts list. Yeah, the Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels, I got it right, by India Holton. So that's going to be potentially a very good, like, option. So this month I had Liam's book, which was XOXO by XO, and then I had a book that was under 300 pages. I'm still reading Swordsman's Lament, but that will be finished by the end of the month. So smashed it out of the park. The other ones that I was supposed to read, not so much. I need to double check what other prompts I've forgotten or haven't been able to fulfill, and go back and backtrack with them. But that's by the by. We're gonna move on and pick one of my self-destruct books. This is not going well at all. I think Stormcrow I read and gave like 3 stars, I think. The other books I can't even remember what I picked because I don't think I've read them. So we're just gonna select 2. Let's go 1, 2 and pick. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to read this either. But at the time when I got this book on my wish list and it was bought for me, I was really interested in it, that I just never picked it up. And then I've been told the way to consume this is audibly, so I might see if I don't really want to be using a credit. I might see if one of my friends has this on audio that I could potentially borrow. Although, you know, we don't borrow people's audiobooks here. I'll see what I can do. The Meg pick is great. I think that's gonna be brilliant. The other, not so much at all. But we're going to move on to some obligation reads for the month of June, and I can't believe I'm talking about halfway through the year. Why am I doing this? Why is it already June? Shh, I'm trying to film. Anyway, we're going to go through my stack here of obligation reads. First up, we have the podcast pick for this month, which is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I've also been told that this is good on audio, so I mean, are we surprised that I'm going to try and pick this up on audio? We're not, because recently, I say recently, in the last year or so, audio and physical or purely audio has been my way to go for so many books. Hence the reason why I rack up between 60 and 90 hours of audio a month, because it's a great way to consume books. And I'm really excited to read this. This is a favour of a couple of my friends, and Liv is reading this with us for the podcast, so me and Jem are going to be reading this in the month of June too, so we'll see how I feel about it. I have given all of Alice Oseman's books 5 stars, apart from, was it Solitaire? I think it was Solitaire that I gave 4 stars to, just because of the content. I think it was that one. Next up, Trouble of a Ding Dong book. This is thicker than I thought it was when I first looked at this book, but it's vengeful, vicious, vengeful. I'm sure they're bringing out a 3rd book in this series, but we're just gonna pretend that it's a Georgia for now, because it's part of the Trouble-Along. This is what we're doing in June. Not read Vengeful yet. This is a series I've not yet read from V. Schwab, and I'm really excited to get to both of these, because again, Schwab is a fave author, and we're not really surprised, are we? I think I've given 1 of their books 4 stars, the rest of them 5. Amazing. And yeah, not much more to say. And then for the It's All About Fantasy book club, we're reading Brisinger, however you pronounce it, I don't know. Book 3 in the Inheritance cycle. I've still not read Eldest yet. I will be reading Eldest this month, or the beginning of next month, but our June book for the read-along, the live show will be in July, is Brisinger. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the series starts with a boy called Eragon who finds a dragon egg. You know, boy in his dragon type situation. And would like to know mine and Chelsea's full thoughts on Eragon. I will leave that link down below, because we had a discussion about it. We went off track a bit, but we did have a discussion about it, and you can see our full thoughts, feelings and ponderances on that. Next up, again, I'm not doing well at reading my obligation reads, because I haven't read Aurora's Burning either, and we are reading Aurora's End for Christopher Long. I'm very nervous about reading these books, because book 1 was a ride, and it got 5 stars, and it took a turn I didn't expect it to take, and I'm not really sure how the rest of the series is going to go, but I'm really nervous about where it's going to go, so I'm going to try not to get too in my thoughts and feels about it, because if I psych myself out to read it, then I'll leave it till the last minute, and then I'll end up rushing it, and I won't enjoy it as much as I potentially would if I gave myself time to read it. So I'm going to try and just flick on the audiobook and just like go with it and not think too much about it. If I feel the pain, I'll feel the pain. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I've sat through Nevernight, the whole Nevernight Chronicles. I've sat through OTV. I can do this. This is YA. Can't be as bad as Nevernight. Please tell me it's not as bad as Nevernight. Okay, and then finally, for the By the Angel Along, it's the last book of the White. Have I read The Red Scrolls of Magic? Say it with me. No, you're right. No, I haven't. But I will be doing before the live show, because I am on the live show with Becca for this. It's become a regular thing that me and Meg and sometimes Catherine are on the live shows with Becca, and we talk about Cassie Clare books, because if you didn't know, Becca is a big Cassie Clare fan, and she's doing the By the Angel along. We are a ways into the Shadowhunter Chronicle series situation thing at the moment, but if you want to try and catch up, there's a Twitter. I will leave a link down below. You can either try and catch up or just continue to read others. Whatever. It's a good fight. It's a good time. Good time. I have lots of feelings and thoughts about Cassie Clare as an author as a whole, and my ride with this whole Shadowhunter world has been a lot. But all the books have got between 3 and 5 stars, and mostly high ratings, mostly 5 stars. But we'll see. We'll see where we go with this one. It is only small, so there we go. Those are my obligation reads. Yay! So I've got these that I need to read, plus Mysterious Society of Lady Scoundrels, plus whatever book, oh, what is it? Norse Mythology, plus whatever book I pick that my friends rated low. One of my friends give a low rating to. So yeah, they're my obligation reads. But as always, you know me, I have books that I would like to get to, some of which you can see right here. So first up, I'm gonna show you this whopper of a book. It's Unbound by Michael R. Miller. I'm not gonna go on too much about this book, because if you've watched any of my vlogs recently or seen me on lives, you'll know that I talked about this book quite a few times in the last few weeks since reading Ascendant. Loved it. Boy and His Dragon, a twist on the Chosen One trope, wholesome, Ashton Holt, great, 5 stars, top tier, one of the best books of the year so far. If this series continues, it could become a favourite series, and I'm very excited to continue. It made me cry. It was the first book that made me cry this month, and I'm not ready for this. I'm scared, but also very excited. And look, it's up already! That's Ash, that's Holt. They're adorable. The bond is amazing. Found family vibes. Chosen One trope. Boy and His Dragon. And there are a couple of books that I want to get to this month that I haven't got to, that I really would like to get to next month. So the first is Drowned Kingdom by P.L. Stewart. This was picked by the polls that I did for what to read out of different categories. I do still really want to read this because he has got another book out, but I do have the audio for this, and it's not that big, she says, as she checks the writing. The writing is pretty small though, so we'll see how long it takes me to get through this. I don't know how long the audio is, but I will find out and we'll do that. And these two are thickums, and I will be slowly making my way downtown through these books. So first up, Swordcatcher. I'm meeting, can't believe I'm saying this, Lisa Marie Woods from Yorkshire is meeting in person, face to face, Cassie Clare. Meeting, as in she will be across from me or in my vicinity. What? I'm very excited. So I really want to read this before I meet her at the end of June. If I'm this excited, can you imagine how excited Becca is? Because Becca is also going. Can you imagine the excitement, the squealing, the crying that might take place, the absolute mess that we are both going to be? Can you? I don't think you can. But we're going to be a mess, probably. And then this one. I say this all the time, I'm going to section this out and then get through this, because this lovely human sent me the hardcover of this book and I'm so excited. So I can tab and annotate this. And I'm a beta reader for one of his other books that he's bringing out. And Monsters We Feed, which is another book from this author, is in Spiffbone I. Can we say hells yes? I've heard nothing but good things about this, but it's a thickums and it's a physical read, and we all know what I'm like with physical reads, you know, we know. And plus, I think I just sprained my hand doing that. Ow. I'm right-handed as well. Bloody hell. Anyway, that is my TBR-ish. I've probably forgotten something that I've agreed to do. Me and Lindsay normally do a buddy read a month. So, we are currently reading Blood and Honey. We're probably going to read Gods and Monsters next month. Not going to lie. Probably going to do that. But that is an audiobook, and we generally read 50 pages a day, so it's really not that much of a taxing thing to do. It's YA, it's a very quick read. That'll be fine. But I'm not going to pick what books I want to read, but I have made a wheel. Can you see my wheel? Can you see my wheel? There's around 30 to 40, around 30-ish books, I think, on that wheel. And they are all the Scribd 9 books I would like to get to before phase 1 has been completed, which I think is September. So that's going to be a lot. There will be separate vlogs for those books of Scribd 9 books that I want to read. I do need to just manage my time a little bit better, because I've mentioned this a few times. As soon as I leave work, my organisational brain goes out the window, my time management brain goes out the window. Focus just says tatty bye to me and chaos ensues. So, we'll see. All this is me saying I probably won't read all of what I've said in the month of June. I might be squeezing them in at the beginning of July. I might add more books to my TBR. I might take some books away. Still not read That Time I Got Drunk in Needle of Potion at a Werewolf, which I really want to read, because the third book in that lovely little companion series is out in the next couple of months as well, so we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, enough rambling. This was just a video of me calling myself out, because I'm probably not going to read all of these books when I say I am. If you do let me and you want to see more of me, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you are here and you want to let me know here but you don't have anything to say, leave a black heart, and it's very much appreciated. Until next time, enjoy what you're reading. If you have any recommendations, just leave them down below, and I'll see you all in my next video.
Can someone tell me why every time I fall in love it seems to be